All right, just putting it out there, guys. Do not be intimidated to read Malazan. If you're like me, I had this book for years before I started reading it because I thought you had to qualify for it. I thought you had to read a lot of other stuff and be really like into books and have read tons of fantasy. That is bullshit. In my opinion, that is bullshit. And anyone who says that, I believe they are spewing bullshit, total bullshit. Malazan does not require you to read a lot of fantasy and be well read, etc. If you're a fantasy nerd, if you grew up with video games that have fantasy themes like RPGs, or if you grew up with board games that are kind of role play adjacent or paper and pen role playing games, if you're just familiar with fantasy as a genre and not on an especially high level, Malazan is perfect for you as long as you're willing to give it time, some effort, some thought, and some love. This is not just something that you read through quickly. This is something that you read at its own pace, and you try to put things together, and you actually think while you read. You actually use your brain. So in my opinion, from my perspective, I'm the kind of guy who grew up with Final Fantasy, Dark Souls, Diablo, what more? Yeah, games like that kind of make you think, and they have some deeper substance to them. It's not just random stuff happening and you're just reading it for your entertainment. Of course you're reading for entertainment, but I think you understand it doesn't require you to be qualified like it's a fucking university course, because that's the impression I got online. When I read about it online, it's like, don't analyze. I barely read like 1 or 2 books a year before I started Malazan, and I'm the perfect person for this series. So you don't need to be this well-read person with thousands of books in your library. Like, no. Actually, this is my favorite series, and I have no problem absorbing this stuff. It's super easy for me. It takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of effort, but I'd rather do that than have some fucking, for me, fast food. A lot of books are just fast food. And this is having a real meal. So it doesn't require you to be qualified. I would say quite the opposite. This book teaches you how to understand it and how to get into the world. You do not need to have read anything before this. You might not jive with the style of the book or get along with the way it's written or story. Maybe you don't like it, but for those of you who will like it in the end, you don't need to be qualified. Just pick it up, read it. This is the best book I've ever read, the first book. So you can't get a better start, in my opinion. That's a controversial opinion, even by Malazan standards. But in my opinion, just pick it up and really just do it. If you're like me, if you're on the fence for 3 years with this book in your shelf, just do it. It's worth it, and it's so freaking good. Cheers, over and out.